My name is Phil. We're at our home here in Washington, DC that was recently renovated. My wife and I recently renovated with Boss Design. My wife and I were first-time homeowners. We bought a mid-century modern home in Washington, DC that we thought had lots and lots of potential, but needed bringing up to date. The kitchen in particular was our first project that we wanted to update and renovate. It was quite closed, lots of old items, fittings, fixtures, etc. So we wanted to open up this space to really make the most of the potential of this mid-century modern home. And we also wanted to bring more light into the home. So that was our first goal and objective when we bought the home and wanted to renovate. So we looked online and looked up lots of different design and renovation companies, etc. The reason why we went with Boss Design is a few reasons. One is that this renovation required architectural work and structural work, knocking walls down, as well as doing all of the fixtures and fittings, the cabinetry, etc. for the kitchen. And so Boss Design was kind of a one-stop shop, and we really liked that. And it was really Talha, when he came to see the space, that really got our vision the best and could see what we were going for with a sort of a sleek modern upgrade on a mid-century modern house, and making the most of the great sort of design features that are here, but kind of really bringing it up to date. The design process, we were very heavily involved in the design process, and that took some time, mostly because we're new to this. We didn't know, we had a sense of the vision, but wanted to kind of talk through and discuss the art of the possible with the experts. And so we made several visits to Talha's office in downtown Bethesda, and talk through different design features and what would be the pros and cons and cost-benefit ratio of all of those different things. And so it was quite an iterative process getting the design right, but we were happy that we were bouncing ideas back and forth. We would suggest ideas that Talha would then build upon and come back and suggest alterations and additional ones to that. And this kind of continued once the project had even got underway. For example, the backsplash here, this kind of fluted terrazzo tile, that wasn't what we were initially going for, but it was, a process of conversation, sharing some ideas, and kind of discussing and debating those with Talha that helped us get the kind of look that we ended up with and that we're really happy with. So the construction process was, when we moved into this house, we just didn't move into the old kitchen at all. We wanted to, not have to move in and out of that. And because it was an old kitchen, it needed knocking down. So we were really happy once the construction started. The demolition was fairly quick, knocking down the old walls. Very satisfying and fun seeing it all open up. And also we put in a big new window here. This whole wall here was all opening up. This window has really brought in a lot of light. We updated and sanded and re-varnished the floors, so that's all been kind of updated. And the team who came and worked, they were very careful, respectful of the home, put up all the plastic sheets to prevent dust from getting into the wider home, protected the flooring, all of that kind of stuff. And generally we were able to kind of go on with our lives, even though we were living in the house while the demolition was taking place. Even our dog, Max, he he managed to get along fine, and it wasn't too stressful an experience for him either in the end. We're very, very happy with the end result. I think you can see for it yourselves that it's a beautiful kitchen. And as the first project that we have ever undertaken as homeowners, you know, we've got a lot of friends who are in a similar boat, and so we're happy to recommend Boss Design as well.